जय भारत सत्यमेव जयते. This is Suraj Singh, Faridabad, Bharat, India civil engineer. Very brief talk about general affairs of this country and other countries. Current affairs in our country now, Bharat, India, very extraordinary, particularly in two situations. One situation is Ayodhya dispute, that is called Ram Mandir and Masjid resolution issue, according to judgment passed by Honorable Supreme Court of this country, dated 9th November 2019. And also another issue is Jammu and Kashmir in relation to abrogation of Article 370 of Constitution of India. Though many and lot discussions have been made on that issue, still situation hasn't got any solution, which is really a regretful situation for our country. We have to think why we have not had any solution. Government of India and all people of this country are bound to understand that. Bound to analyze that we have not done anything. This state, or you can say union territory, whatever you call it now, doesn't make a difference as far as people are concerned. 1 crore people have suffered, they continue to suffer that, which is not acceptable as a citizen of India to me, because ultimately they belong to us. Article 370 has gone according to law, Parliament has done it, that is indisputable, but that is one-ended, not two-ended. And Ayodhya issue, both are very important issue. I just will start with that. And we have to understand it's in line to our preambles of Constitution of India, what it says and what our rights of people say and what our Supreme Court has done. Supreme Court is highest authority, highest power in this country to educate and to construct and interpret about laws, that's right. But it's higher power to that extent. But Supreme Court, as head of the judicial body of this country, is trusted by each and every citizen, and not only trusted, absolutely, it is assumed as such, it is honored as such, and that honor must be complied by, this honor must be kept, must be continued by actions of Supreme Court of this country. Supreme Court has adjudicated that dispute in a way, in an analytical way, it considered very well. It actually adjudicated that this disputed place must go to those people who intend to build temple there, and those people who want to build mosque, they have been defeated. They have been given a treatment as if they were beggars. They were allowed five acres of land, which is like you can say a compensatory arrangement or a compromise arrangement. It's that one. I am just thinking and analyzing this case. I'm not an advocate, but a common citizen of this country, a thinker, an analyzer, and a commentator. Let us consider this way. I'm not interested to go through all judgment and see words by words what's written there. People are names 1024 pages on that, but question has three aspects are there. I have talked before, I'm again talking because continuation of talk is also important, the refreshing, because people in common do not just understand everything. They have to be told again and again, again and again and again and again. It's conventional and it's all over like that. If you tell something, they may understand, they may not understand. Well, it is only 3 points, let us say, very important wise. Importance, height of importance of saying. First point is, there was some structure. It says, it isn't a mosque, but they call it mosque, fine. Mosque was considered by some king or some people or some representative of that. It was in 1528. Fine, that is agreed. It was constructed. Before that, what was there is not evident what was there. Court accepted that there was a gap of 329 years, about which no history is available. It also mandates that it has not been proved whether or not certain temple was available which was destructed or demolished. Means whoever constructed that so-called Babi mosque or mosque did not have any clue about a structure that existed during that period of 328 years or before. Court clearly accepted that. I'm not referring to ASI report because it has got nothing to do with this case because no reference has been taken from that, accepting that something was available non-Muslim type below that building, which was revealed after having excavated that portion. But that is not, you can say, that cannot be called a reliable evidence. If I excavate my building for my house or someone else, something else, I may excavate 40, 30 feet or 10, 15 meters, may get something else like this. They are landfills, you can say. In 328 years, you can see how many layers might have been eroded or added to that, keeping in view that's plain area, that is soil area, clay area, or sand area. Due to 300 years, how many layers might have been blown from somewhere else to that place? That is a point of consideration. There could be how many floods, there could be how many changes. It will be like a rough area, like uneven area. And if you want to construct a building, certainly we will go into that depth where you have to see something, and that can be made, that can be found everywhere. Even you excavate somewhere in desert in Arab, it's so much deep, you don't know what's there available. Archives will be there, fossils can be there, something can be here which no common person, no common sense person would go into that detail. So I do not consider that a fault of that constructor who built that mosque in that year. Court says there are no evidence of prayers. Court says that some unknown evidence is there which cannot be called a solid evidence, a concrete evidence. Yes, there was some evidence that somebody traveled there, he saw something happening there, some prayer were going on. This is all hypothetical, imaginary consideration. I do not accept that. Question is, there was no temple demolished. That's first consideration. This court accepted that these people did not commit that crime as had been alleged by these claimable people, these claimant people, that there existed some Ram temple which was demolished and this mosque was raised. That is not evident, and that is a false statement, false claim existed for many decades. So this Muslim community has been cleared of that. It's a clear, clear that black mark has gone from Muslim community forehead. That is one achievement, positive lead for Muslims. Second thing, Pope said that in 1949 there was installation of idols, or you may say sanctification of idols, Ram idols, into that location of building inside. Court said, court claimed, court ordered that that installation of idols was illegal. So the statement made by those people that it continued from previous times is wrong. Two illegalities have been made. First, no structure before mosque existed which was demolished, and idols were illegally placed. And court then recorded that existing building of so-called mosque was demolished on December 6, 1992, which was also illegal. That's right. So there are three illegalities. One, no structure was demolished before construction of this mosque. Two, installation of idols there, illegal. And three, demolition of this building in 1992. Three continuous evidentiary illegalities were conducted by these claimants of Mandir temple. Court has done very good analysis to having reflected facts up to this case before court drew conclusion. These three are wonderful analysis done by court. Court applied its mind, got some evidences, and in these three there is no reliable proof that temple existed there. This is compliance of preambles of constitution as well as constitution effects. That to some extent admission was made by judges. That's right. Where do we stand then? What was case ultimately? They say title suit, they say faith suit, they say this suit, and they say this suit. The Modi is clear what was that. But the reliable person who is expert of this says it was not in, it is not a, you can say, ownership suit, an ownership suit, or you can say title suit. Because title of a mosque they consider is Allah's or God's title. They say, he says that prayer in namaz, you can say, namaz used to be continued there for decades, centuries, you may say. And once namaz is done, and moreover, court said that there was no clear evidence which proved that before that period, before that 1857 period, namaz was conducted. Who can prove that? It was Mughal era, Muslim era, it was namaz era, it was a mosque, and there is no question that no namaz could be prayed, could be performed there and offered there. There is no question of that. Court limited its thinking to certain aspect that there was no namaz proven, no was offered there. This is confined thinking of court because court's function is not to decide that. It was a mosque, so it is assumed once it is a mosque, whether you pray or you don't pray, it is same thing as a temple. You go to temple or you don't go to temple, temple remains there. Similarly, mosque remains there. A mosque, a working mosque cannot be converted automatically to a temple if no namaz is offered. It's a common sense. No need of knowledge of law. So court left there error here. Just assuming there was no namaz conducted, but assumed that prayers were conducted from dharma. No evidence for that. This was Mughal era. Some 1857 means English or British rule started in this country, and Muslims rule eroded completely. And these people who were from Muslim clans or Muslim community started depressing that we lost our power. And these guys from Dharma, so-called Hindu, we started their worship outside of that covered area. In courtyard, they started outside lawns on this artificial or platforms because see Ram Chaputra or Sita Rasoi. These people around them, no problem. It's your now our friends, our neighborhood community. This that's you start just if wish you can do that. But this doesn't make a claim. This doesn't say that this property is yours. Okay, we facilitated you, we allowed you, you got a pledge, okay, with our affection, you can use that for prayer. It doesn't mean that place becomes a temple. This doesn't mean that if I go and start sit somewhere pray, it doesn't convert that to a temple. But court did not calculate that way. Court has another thinking. Now I am telling you all this because I feel something that court is also human. Humans make court. Judges are also human. So we, with our affection or with our trust, treat them God as God. But actually, They haven't proved that. Simply ordered, adjudicated that this portion is temple's portion. No elaboration of any evidence, no reference, nothing, just relying on faith that because nobody used to offer namas there, prayers were conducted, and court said Article 142, which is empowerment to SC for disputes which are under constitution and where constitution can be endangered, to extract solution of that and where evidences are not available. So court favored one community over excess, not even excess, over excess. Court favored a community which committed crime, three crimes which committed, one crime statement, false statement that temple existed before construction of this mosque. This was fake statement, and public had been fooled for decades about that they were existing a temple, they were existing a temple. Nothing else is the fake information. Second illegality is installation of idols in that which must be punished with those people, and then demolition of Babri or Masjid in 1992. Those people must be punished. Considering these three illegalities, these three illegal actions, illegal acts, courts should have considered actually punishment to them, rather rewarding them that you take this, you are on this. This mathematical consideration, this court's calculation cannot be understood explicitly. This is something undesired for. This is something where question starts coming in mind. Are these judges, are they or court actually working to deliver justice to people of this country, to communities of this country, according to constitutional requirements? Justice which is written in preambles, justice social, economic and political. Is this justice done? Is this justice not done? Both questions are there. Is justice seen being done? I am not able to see that. How it is done? You are awarding someone who committed some legal crimes, who must go to jail. You are awarding that portion where that person committed sins, committed crimes, awarding that person same item, same material, same property, same possession. What kind of justice is this? I think something heavily with high degree of severity has gone into this judgment. Maybe it is under force of some power, I do not know. It is assumed, is understood, implied with. How could top judges, honorable judges of this country reach this type of judgment? You are awarding criminals, you are awarding murderers, and you are dividing of real possession, real honor about of his rights. Muslims who had this structure for centuries, and there is no proof that they did not have this. But there's no proof also that those people had temple. You did reverse actually. This judgment is in fact reverse. I would be pleased with this judgment had it been otherwise. Means this land could go to mosque and you could give alternate site to temple. That would be a definite and concrete and justified adjudication. That's my consideration. That way I am thinking. I can be wrong, I can be right, but my mind is reaching that this judgment does not have any concrete application of mind. That is very, very strong sentence, that application of mind missed somewhere, and they issue judgment, keeping a priest power of majority community, power of type of government existing currently in this country. What was reason behind that, or what could be reason, I can't say. But lapse is certainly existing there. Certainly this is a lapse judgment. But this is Supreme Court. I can't change it. I can't appeal on this. Yes, those people have certain rights, legal remedies for review. They shall go for review as they have decided, and I agree with them. They must enjoy their rights. They must search out solution of this problem from those, even if they are unsuccessful, no problem. At least this court shall have to reconsider whole case if they admit that petition, and if petition is rejected, what to do? Whatever decision has come, whatever judgment has come, has come. Nobody can say anything. Everybody has a respected judgment, but not contents of judgment, not formula of judgment, not structure of judgment, not contents, not material, not, you can say, directions, not power of judgment. Respect is there, but not solidity. Respect must be there. After all, it is Supreme Court of this country, means public of this country it is. So, irrespective of what community gets in and what community gets out of that, I am considering as a thinker, not as a person of religious character. Justice must be done. Justice must be seen to be done, but it is not done. And court has asked government to involve in construction of temple through trust or construct or constitute trust, which is also not, you can say, becoming to me, because we are a secular state. We are secular nation. State has nothing to do with any sect. But court has done it through this case, which is also not digestible. Maybe court thought something or something, I don't know. But as a common citizen of this country, with whatever small knowledge I have, I can say this goes against principle of secularism. We are a secular nation. Our preamble mandates that. We are not only secular, we are sovereign, we are socialist, we are secular, we are democrat, we are republic. These five parameters are there, and democratic status is embedded in between among these parameters, which constitute a chain for this constitution head titular. We are a very complex constitution, but very reliable. This we have to keep in our mind. Very, very, very solidly, or else we do exist nowhere. An exclusive constitution, an exclusively drafted and scripted language constitution we have, which is very, very reliable, powerful, and citizen-based document. If it is removed from this country, we may not have this geographical state of this country, which is known as Bharat, India. We have to understand that this one case itself would be adequate to create problems for this country to exist on this map. This map could change in future. We have to keep that into our consideration. After all, this is question of rights. If this case took more than 100 years to be adjudicated, which clearly mandates, which clearly indicates that something is there. Don't take it lightly. Don't take it politically. Don't take it religiously. Keep it as a future gun or future butter, future milk or future poison. Communities may not speak sometimes. People may not speak, and celebration is not answer to these problems. What for do you celebrate when you don't know what has been done? If you celebrate thinking you have killed someone else, that is foolishness. How can you celebrate yourself by killing someone? You have killed someone and you are celebrating, or you want to kill and intend to celebrate, then that is foolishness and nothing else. There is nothing to celebrate. It's question of property ownership, it's question of future of a community and other community. And don't forget, you are talking of a person, a king, a god who is highest ideal, who is having ideal perfection of characters, who is having equivalence to God, who is having incarnation to our top gods. That's all would never ever accept such kind of stolen power, stolen land. This is a stolen land or a grab land, you can say. You had no right on that land, but you are snatching that right, you're grabbing that right, which is not at all reliable to me or to you. Don't expect that God shall sit in that temple, because this temple would be a building based on dishonesty, based on unjust behavior, based on illogical judgment delivered by court, and there our Ram, Shri Ram, Bhagwan Ram, Vishnu's incarnation and universe's honor, most top power of this world, best person, or Purushottam, or whatever title you use, would not be there to sit and bless you. That's what I can say. Honesty is best policy, reliability is best policy, and we have to be honest. For me, it is humanity. It's not Hindu or Vedas or Muslim or Islam or Christianity or Isai, Mahasya, or whatever it is there. For me, humanity is a religion, humanity is power, because God produced humans and creatures and not these names of sects or religions. Be fair, be scientific, be organized, be thinker, and do not enter into a spectrum of emotional state or sentimentalized state, because these political leaders would leave no stone unturned just to keep you mentally operated. They want to capture your minds and use you. Don't allow them use you. Use your mind and then talk and then think. We have not to live on this earth for 5,000 years. We have to go after certain time. Everybody has to go. So keep in mind that nothing belongs to you. It's just question, temporary basis questions on this earth. And nobody today, maybe you are in a Hindu family, and maybe in next birth you be in Sikh family or Muslim family. Who knows? Then will you talk from that end if you come to earth again? Just keep in mind, justice is justice, truth is truth, and Satyameva is Jyete, Satyameva Jyete. We have to understand that Satyameva means truth. Just understand that. If there is no truth, there is nothing. If there is truth, even if you don't have food, you can find something based on honesty, based on truth. Well, it's just an explanation. I'll start up on Jammu and Kashmir issue. Article 370 was abrogated long back, more than 105 days back, and it is 105th day, where you can say we are not worried. People of this country, 140 crore people, have no concern at all, and this is a great great attack on our humanity. They are Jammu and Kashmir citizens of this country, Bharat, and they must be respected, but they have been treated like as if they are not even human beings and they are animals. This is our government treatment, this is our state treatment, and this is our public treatment towards them. And of course, I am sorry that our Honorable Supreme Court has not done its job to an extent it was required to help those people. Rather, this court has supported government indirectly and tacitly by allowing these people be susceptible to torture, to ill treatment, to lockdown, and that is not acceptable as a citizen. And I think majority of citizens would think that way, but it's not seen as such. We have become so greedy, so crooked people, so you can say bad thinking people, that we are happy, we are not even caring, we are ignoring our duty towards that society of Jammu and Kashmir. Just imagine, just imagine if you are kept for more than 100 days as they are being kept. What shall happen to you? Whatever life they are leading now in that area of this country, Jammu and Kashmir, if that you have to lead, how shall you feel? What government is doing, government also knows that that's not right. Still they are doing. Means knowing that this is a sin, this is illegal, this is might of power, it's not justice. They are doing it. They are doing because they are doing for you. Government is working for you. Means government is causing injustice to them. Government is causing ill behavior towards them. Government is treating those people as animals, and government is slow poisoning them. Government is torturing them for us, and we are accepting that. So whose fault is this? Why are we accepting ill treatment or torture caused to them by our government is not clear to me. After all, we are all human beings, and that was part of our country, and we claim that it's our part, and then we treat like this, we accept this treatment, then we are full of inhumanity. We cannot be called good humans. We cannot be called good citizen. We have no stress. We have no power. We have no electrical current in our minds to raise our questions or to clash with our government. Why do they treat this 1 crore people this way? This means we are happy with what government is doing. This means we are ready to be a part of that sin that is being committed to them by our government. Is it right? Do you think it is right? Well, I don't consider that this is right. This is certainly not right. First of all, they are our citizens. They are part of Bharat according to instruments were signed, and though these instruments have been rejected, have been repealed by this regime, which is, you can say, these documents titles are as per according to Article 370, insertion of that document, instrument of accession into this 370, which has been abrogated now, means that instrument of accession also has gone, following by, you can say, embodiment of, you can say, making graveyard of Jammu and Kashmir Constitution 1956. Where do we stand? Factually speaking, we had no right one-handedly to just declare whole constitution applies to them without approval of those people who are real stakeholders of this state, this area. Jammu and Kashmir stakeholders are only one, and that is residents of that area, citizens of that area who are about 1 crore or more than 1 crore. Those people are real stakeholders, and until they accept what we wanted, that time only can be called where agreement reaches. But those people have been ignored, condoned, laid off, and we have done one-ended agreement ourselves, and our parliament is stupidly accepted. That's why I blame both parliament as well as government to this case of spoiling state of Jammu and Kashmir physically and mentally, spiritually. And on top of all, we people of rest of country are responsible for this. We are so inactive, passive people. We tolerate that these people can be killed. We will say no problem. These people to be tormented, we tacitly say no problem. Means I don't know what people we are, what sort of people we are. I thought that we are a great nation, but now these circumstances are forcing me to think and consider that something is wrong somewhere, and that incorrection, that error is very severe in nature. We are not even thinking about that, and that is unfortunate. Have you at least spoken in favor of those people would have been much better. But no, if we are that way, if we are standing or taking stand in this direction, we don't care for them, just think what should be retaliation from them or what should be reciprocation from that side. That is, if you don't care for us, of course we do not care for you. You think those people now thinking for you? You think so that those people would try, would contemplate, oh, you are very good for them and we stay with you forever? Never, never, never. In reality, those people every day, those people every moment have been distancing from us. And how far they have gone in these 105 days, where how many kilometers they have withdrawn from us cannot be narrated, cannot be calculated. But they have withdrawn, of course not physically, spiritually, mentally, and in creation of imagination, that they are not with us. And I am sure they won't come back. We may put 1 crore more military, we can put 10 lakh more military, you may put whatever you want. Yes, you can force them. We can force them. We can suppress them. We can threaten them. We can warn them. We can do whatever we want to do. But that leads to no solution. That is very important. If we cannot understand that, we are not right people. I am not concerned what other countries think, what whole world thinks. I am concerned about what we think. If we consider those people our family, country family, then we should not have applied this statement to them. See, no skies have fallen after abrogation of 370, and nothing would have fallen had it not been abrogated. It is just the political drama and nothing else. Nothing else more than political drama it is. Power people, those in government wanted to grab political power, and opposition is died, of course. I consider there is no opposition. No virtual, practical, active opposition exists now. And when there is no opposition, opposition has a meaning. If there exists no opposition, then you have to be in opposition. After all, you are public. When I do my vote, I cast my vote. It doesn't mean I am with certain person. It doesn't mean I support that person to go to my representation. After voting, I am with none. I am neither with government people nor with opposition. But my job, my actions, government will take to my benefit. And if there is a misplacement of actions, if there is a miscarriage of actions, it is duty of opposition to ensure that if there's a lapse, it has to take care of. That is the real duty of opposition. Opposition has to question government, has to question prime minister, has to question everybody and do whatever it can do for people who did not vote to or who voted to both. But is opposition doing that? I am seriously concerned they are not doing that. Opposition job is always much higher than government job because government job is described, it is written, but opposition, real opposition means an audit on government work. Real opposition means a check on government work. Real opposition means don't go to article meaning of opposition. Opposition means government is posing something and you are checking that. Position, government is positioning somewhere. That's called position. Government is taking decisions, government is charting of policies, government ordering something, or whatever is being done is done according to law, according to activities, according to policies, according to plans. Those must be right for better status of this country, for raising standards of living, for raising status of country. But opposition has to examine that. Opposition is bound to analyze that. Unfortunately, our people in politics in opposition section have failed, and if they have failed, super opposition exists, that is public. Public, if always stays with government, you mean country is going to hell. Public is real opposition. It should be because something goes against me, I do speak. Why not to speak? Why to allow people in power to do what they desire? I am not responsible if government continues in power or not, or opposition continues to do opposition or comes to power. That is not my responsibility. We have put people in government, in parliament. It is their job to work for us. Nobody is doing any obligation on us. It is system. They came to power, they have to work for us. If they cannot work for us, go out. And opposition also, if you cannot work, go out. I can work as opposition because my country is affected, I am affected, my state is affected, everything is affected. So it is my right to speak because I brought you to this position. You are not doing any specific favor to me, and I don't want you to do favor for me. I am this country's citizen, you are this country's citizen. On top of being citizen, you are giving power to rule us, to rule me. Rule me. Do work for me. Ruling doesn't mean authority. Ruling means service. My problems are there. You solve it because you can solve it. You have power. It is my not personal problem. It is national problem. You have to solve it. Everyone is bound to do its responsibility. You have to do your responsibility as government, and you have to do as MP your responsibility of parliament, and courts have to do its responsibility for justice, for delivering justice. That is clearly defined, but we are not able to understand that. I am happy to be in a position because I am citizen of this country and it is my right, it is my duty because I take constitution of this country as my faith, as my religion, as my power, and I declare on this constitution that it is mine. It belongs to me. I am author of this. I am an actor of this. I am lawmaker of this. I am a doctor of this. All these parameters there, and this constitution secure to me justice, liberty, and equality based on five founding principles of sovereignty, socialism, secularism, democratic, and republic status. We have to understand that. It's not simply game of politics only. Hate with politics if people don't work. I am politician in public. I am not statutory politician. I am not seat politician. This is my politics that I have to support my country. I am to support my country, not political people. I am not ready to support political people. I am ready to support my representative member of parliament or MLA if that representative considers me to support that one. But that doesn't exist. I don't know my MP, I don't know my MLA. Knowing means never need them, never know them. They never need me except on vote time. It is our duty to understand Constitution. I am not inclined to any political party. I am not associated and I am not at all interested to associate with them. Do your job as required. If you cannot do, why we need you? Big question mark. Why I should need you? That is what is important. And those who cannot understand this, despite being highly professionally qualified, those people can never be called living creatures. Those people are just living for sake of living and they are not interested in national issues, in nation building. They are just living for their family building, for their personality building and nothing else. You came to this nation, you have to work for it. If you had come to America, you have to come to that, to work for that. Since you stay in this country, you have to think for that. I am not living for political people, for political leaders. I am living for this world and in particular for this country where I am living. Now, who is Prime Minister? Who is President? I don't care. But I have a right to raise question. Opposition has a right to raise question, but it's reverse happening. People are asking opposition, why do you ask opposition? Opposition shall ask government. You cannot ask opposition, ask government. Actually, there is no opposition and there is no government respecting. It's question of work or no work. Work means the government has to do, and check means opposition has to do, and public has to decide for itself what is right and what is wrong. Simple. Even if there is no recognized opposition, doesn't matter if one man is adequate to oppose. One man is adequate to oppose. It's question of check, examination. You have to examine something, examine it. Why do you fear? After all, my money is involved, my nation is involved, public is involved. It is right of everybody to check. Even government people have to check if they are so disciplined society, they are so cultured people. Government people have to check first, self-checking, self-examination. They have to do that. Self-proclamation of that whatever we have done is right. It's their duty. It's duty of every MP to check what government is doing. It is duty of every government MP to check what they are doing. But they will say, oh no, it is right. Opposition, you are wrong. You are working. You are just doing wrong. You are doing everything wrong. And you say, no, we are right. You are not even ready to accept your errors, your mistake. So you are not human being. If you make mistakes, why don't you accept mistake? It's a lesson learned. Mistakes teach you. These are lessons learned. It's important to understand that. So this small talk was only for these two issues today. J&K and Ayodhya. Ayodhya issues moving in somewhere else. If there is no review or review, I don't know. There could be review, there could be no review. But a setback has been caused to system of our government, to system of constitution, to system of secular status, to system of rights. A indent has been caused. It has been caused by judiciary. Judiciary, which is temple, has, I think, something wrong has entered there in our judicial system, which must be charted out. Government would not do it. Because government is not interested in people. Government is only interested in continuance of power, and opposition also interested to pull that seat from government. Means it is that type of war now. Government wants to come to opposition wants to come to government and remove government, and government wants to keep itself in power, and public is thrown off. No public is there. Public means only votes and nothing else. This is our system. I'll close with that. Jai Bharat, and thank you very much for this small talk. Jai Bharat, Satyamev Jayate.